just wait.
Okay.
This is Hogan Rocks 5000 back again with another video.
And this is our Stephen King's Pet Sematary review. In the background, that music is Evan Seen Haunted.
Creepy song.
We just saw it play.
We got this not too long ago, this past weekend.
Okay, turn up just and anyways, so Stephen King's Pet Sematary, just turn it on the back. There's a gray cat right there. But our cat's gray, so it looks a lot like that cat.
We might dig her out later from the bed.
She's actually in our room right now,
behind us sleeping.
But
we might show in a few minutes.
This,
our cat looks pretty well like that.
Except the eyes are green. So this movie's, we got this for like $5.
Yeah.
But this movie's basically well, we got, that's the dicks. It's a special collector's edition. Sorry about the glares if there's any. But this is basically where these people move into a house that's right beside a pet cemetery, and right behind, like, you walk down the trail to the pet cemetery, and then just beyond that is an Indian burial ground. And there's like the road that they live on, it's nothing but trucks going back and forth, and the cat gets hit.
That cat gets hit,
and then it freezes to the grass, and when they rip it up, grass comes out.
So that's when cause the dad's daughter loves that cat a lot, and she told her dad, promise that it won't die, and he said he promises.
But
so
it did.
The old guy took it to showed him,
because there was an old guy in the movie,
and he took the father to the Indian burial ground to show him where and told him to bury the cat, and the cat came back to life.
But it was a mean cat. It was hissing and scratching the father, and then not too long, like not much long later or whatever, it's a little later in the movie, they have a little kid, like they have that daughter and then a baby, and like he's only like 2 years old. He runs out onto the road and gets hit by a truck. The dad buries it in the Indian burial ground. The kid comes back to life, digs through his medical kit and stuff, and finds a knife or whatever, and then he's going around killing people and stuff. He killed that old guy, and he killed the mother, and
yeah, he hid the old guy. He hid the old guy under the bed, so when the dad went in, he looked under the bed
at the old guy's house,
and he seen like the old guy with like part of his throat like bitten, because the kid ate part of his throat. And then he went out to a hallway, and the mom like dropped from the ceiling,
and she was hung by like a noose or whatever.
And then that kid was there,
and then the dad and the kid got in a fight,
and the dad set the house on fire
because he basically killed the kid because he gave it a needle, and he stuck a needle in the cat's butt, killed that. And then
because the old guy, he buried somebody in the Indian burial ground, and they came back to life, but that person wasn't the same, so he burnt the house down. So the dad had to do that because he knew if you burn the house down,
then they'll be gone for good.
So basically the dad was left by himself,
but he took the wife out of the house before he burnt it down, and then he buried her in the Indian burial ground. She came back, and after what happened with the kid and the cat, you would think he wouldn't do it, but he did. And
Because he thought she'd be nice, but she grabbed the butcher knife and like cut his head off or something.
at the end of the movie, they started kissing or whatever, and she grabbed the knife and cut his head off, and that's how the movie ends.
There was also this maid, like, that was working for the family, and she said she was having problems with her stomach, like a stomach ache, but I don't know if she did. And later in the movie, I think she was down in her basement of her house, I'm not sure, but she like put a rope around her neck, like she was gonna hang herself, as she like pushed the table with her feet behind her and like killed herself, and you could actually see her hanging herself.
And that guy or whatever that was at the funeral, Stephen King's in this movie, and it says though not every, just wait, it says, I don't know how well you can see that, but it says, though not everyone survives the trip for the creed, home is where horror is. And that guy actually there, I think, got hit by a truck or something and died. He was a ghost, and he was telling that dad not to like bury him and all that in the Indian burial ground, but he wouldn't listen. And
so yeah, overall it was a pretty good movie. $5, you couldn't really pass it.
And we also seen a whole bunch of Freddy Krueger movies, like Nightmare on Elm Street. There was like, turn that down just a tad. There was like the first 4 Nightmare on Elm Streets for like $13, and then they had the 5th, 6th, 7th, and then Freddy vs. Jason. That's 4 more movies. That was like the second one or whatever in the series thing, like, because they had the first 4, and then they had the 3 more Nightmare on Elm Streets, and then the Freddy vs. Jason, and they also had the Chucky collection. They had the first 2 Hannibal Lecter movies and stuff. They had a bunch of stuff there, but we got this, and they made a second one to this. We haven't seen the second one. We've just seen the first one. There's Stephen King made a lot of, well, he wrote books and then they got turned into movies. We want to see Cujo and It and stuff, but we've already seen Pet Sematary.
So overall it was good. Yeah, we might end this video soon because there's another video that we gotta do.
And so basically, to sum it up, it's a pretty good movie. But
if we had to give it out of 10 out of 10, probably about a 8 or 9. Like, it wasn't the best, but it was pretty good.
I mean, it was like creepy in some parts.
What was I gonna say? And if you're wondering why we did this before we did a movie collection, is because we did do a movie collection, but they got deleted, and then our uncle borrowed some of our movies because he let us borrow like Snakes on a Plane and that, so we gave him some movies to borrow.
And by the way, most of the movies we really only like is, like, we like stuff like comedy and stuff, but we really just like horror and action.
So if you don't,
we like others.
If you don't have Pet Sematary, get it because you'll probably enjoy it.
If you like Stephen King, you'll probably like this, and even if you're a horror fan, you'll like this quite a bit. And just quickly,
here, so I'll just pause this.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, okay, this is our cat. Okay.
Wake up.
She's not moving.
She's still breathing, but
just see, there she moved. That's her. She's gray, full gray. She has like green eyes.
She's we got her for free at her uncle's barn.
She used to be a barn cat. But just wait, maybe she'll turn her. Okay, yeah, there she is. So we just she looks like that cat from Pet Sematary,
only with green eyes. So
we just wanted to do a little video on Pet Sematary and whatnot, and I guess we'll talk to you later. Bye.